Okay. It is 6:17 on January 12th. This will be, I think, episode 3.
It'll be 3 or 5.
It'll be, anyway. It'll be, oh, sorry. And
Welcome back to the Super Killer Wicked podcast. On today's episode, we have David from Milk for Coffee and Randy picking up Peaches, the C5 Corvette race car that suffered a fire at the end of the CSCS season. It's a classic episode of shooting the shit with the boys up in the mezzanine, everything from the Corvette's rebuild to the previous CSCS season to the Miata. Thank you for tuning back into the podcast and enjoy today's episode.
it's only supposed to be one, but that's fine.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck trying to figure out which one that was.
Right.
Boys.
Okay, so welcome to the Super Killer Wicked podcast with Milk for Cigarettes, a.k.a. Milk for Coffee, David. And Randy. We just pretty much finished up Peaches. You're here to pick her up. So
Yeah.
there's the only context we need.
All right.
Podcast is over.
That's
We'll
it.
see you guys
Yeah,
later.
there are. That's it.
Good talk, boys. Good
Yeah.
talk.
So Dave, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like we've known you for a bit with the racing and whatnot. And
Hold on.
For anybody audio nerds, they are sharing a microphone.
Yes,
so
we
be
are.
patient.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, okay.
yeah, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
You know that?
Yeah, easy.
Racing and whatnot.
Beware headphone users.
I'm done.
No, try again.
Warning headphone users.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know what? I hate to admit it. I was a show guy before, like a racer kind of thing. Yeah, I know. No, so milk and coffee. Yeah. Well, yeah. Don't even that. I want everyone to know it means absolutely nothing.
Okay.
While I have nothing against Latina chicks or anyone else, it's not necessarily, milk and brown. It's it was literally just an Instagram thing. I'm like, well, here I am now.
Well,
we're,
it's
now,
kind
now
of
we're running with it.
like cars and coffee.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Exactly. You think of it the way you want, and that's what it is.
That's why we can find it.
It's cigarettes now, so
yeah.
I gotta pick up smoking again.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Honestly, show car, just building stuff for fun. Always wanting to modify, do exhaust. It takes all that stuff, and then finally built a BMW Z4. But as I was going show, I wanted more go, and then I met Randy from a car show that we kind of did together, and then the Berlin Classic, which is something else now.
Actually,
I met you at Eurocharged first.
yeah, you came to Eurocharged. I was the general manager at ECC Canada, Eurocharged, and he came and he wanted some things done to Z4, and we put it on the dyno for a baseline.
Yeah. Yeah. Make sure I don't get a check engine light while I have these headers and no cats. So that's how I met him.
I tried steering him in the right direction. He wanted to go cams and a bunch of stuff on the engine, and I'm just like, save your money.
This is
Just well,
that was another story. There's an
Yeah.
E46 in there somewhere. No, the whole thing was every other shop I knew, and this is the difference between good shops, good people, and some other shops. Is the other shop was like, yeah, sure, buy a can, we'll install it. And I came to this guy, and he's like, don't waste your money, save up for superchargers. So anyway, I ended up getting a Whipple, put that on there, and then it just kept curtailing. And then I went to start CSCS, start racing, and it just was nowhere. I wasn't fast enough. I did not have enough seat time, and then the car was nowhere near the extent of the rule set because it was so heavily modified that it was up at a certain class. Ironically, the same class as the Corvette, except less tire, more weight, same weight, a lot less power. And so I'm
Literally
like, okay.
sounds like my start too. Let's modify this car because it's sick, and then let's go racing. Oh darn! It is.
You're a super street.
It is maxing out street class, and yet it still only makes 200 horsepower.
That's the lesson for everyone who wants to start to do what we do. Read the rule book first, and then open your wallet.
build a car for the class. You wanna
Exactly.
race,
Yeah.
So that's how that started, and then I started looking for cars left and right, and then this guy.
Left, right, cigarette.
I was looking for something that would be better to the class. I was like, I want to stay BMW. He had an E46 chassis stripped already, and I'm like, perfect. I'll take that. We'll drop an LS in it. And then as I'm looking for LSs, I'm like, why don't I just get a C5? Because it was going to be a big undertaking to finish the E46. So I said, okay, you know what? This is silly. Let's just get the car that the motor came in. It's going to be less of a headache down the road. I got peaches in Georgia. That's the thing. What? Yeah.
Sorry, the whole less headache down the road.
Oh God, no! Oh no! It was so bad. I think the sign should have been when we picked up the car and there was a 7-speed shifter on the shift, like the shift knob, and we both joked around like, this is the kind of guy who owned this car, and it was like, yeah, I did the 7-speed swap, like cars and coffee, but it's just the shifter, and that probably was the entire car.
Like,
So
keep the guy out of that, the chrome-filled aisle of Canadian Tire kind of guy.
that's the
Yeah.
fear. Well, as I was telling Rob earlier, like this is the problem with Corvettes. As much as there is plenty of guys who are racing it and building it fast in all sorts of genres, there is
The Scully of the Corvette.
there is a.
Hey.
I wouldn't even like. Do you have any chrome bits on your engine bay?
No. None.
See,
No,
okay,
he
right.
hasn't got there yet. He broke it too quick.
Yeah.
I was
No, but you
almost
couldn't
at
even make
that
it to the
aisle.
parts aisle.
I was
You guys are
on my
those
way in the
two-step
clutch
stuff at
line.
car shows.
Oh, my God. Anyway, so honestly, just started to take it to the track and figure out all the problems and what was true and what was not. So the car had a lot of lies in the ad. I didn't know. I learned the hard way. Then, honestly, started to find some good stuff, like the fact that it had a diff with an aftermarket ratio that was good. The bottom end is good, and these are things that like fact finding, Googling, trying to call previous owners, finding the Carfax, digging, and obviously the more shit that falls apart, the more I find as well. So there was a lot of stuff. The main thing was I bought the car stripped, had a half cage. That was a mistake because it was a drag racing cage, so it's not even good for what we do. But I've modified it to work.
Frankly, it just makes it way harder to get into the car.
And you're short.
Yeah.
Imagine being like tall, not like me. I'm not saying like me, but like
Lance.
anyone going in. And that drag bar used to be about 4 inches taller at the back.
That'd
So
be a
you
nightmare.
literally would slide down a pole like a stripper to get into the car and then in the seat.
Actually, you know what? If it was higher, it would probably be easier.
Crawl under it.
Throw some
Just go
Vaseline
ahead.
on and just
just slide in.
Scully, do you want to hit that red button for us?
Oh, quick.
I'm
We're still live.
so paranoid.
That's hilarious. This is
better
what
to
I
be
was typing
super
right now.
Yeah, the light on the. For people listening in, the front light on my camera's turned off.
Okay.
So you can't,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
just like, are you sure it's recording?
Is it on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a red thing.
Okay.
But yeah, so honestly, that's
trying
the
to be
car.
polite.
And then
Yeah.
sorted out lots. Like there's a lot of good bones in there. Like a lot of problems. We're finding out a lot of wins. So the braking
Yeah, like, here's
system,
the good stuff.
the good stuff. So, okay, so Willwood 6-spot in front and 4 in back. The good part about that is it's actually a mishmash of C6 parts off like a Z06. So there's still a lot of stock sizes, so a lot of parts. So finding the brake discs, like I don't even know what these are. I contacted Willwood, they don't know what the calipers are. And I finally figured it out trying to like backtrack part numbers for like 15 years ago. And I discovered actually this is a mint setup. It's not overly done where it's going to be super expensive. So that was a win. It's got a really nice diff brace that's really not made anymore. The diff itself is made by Mallet. I don't know if you know Mallet C5, so that's like a very rare built C5 and had a Mallet diff. That was a nice surprise. The bottom end, I believe, is Eagle. The biggest problem is there's a cam in it. I have no idea what the cam is, and I'm never going to find out until we pull it apart. Simple as that, but it's spicy, right? So
And it's
is.
a 383 stroker motor.
383 stroker.
Yep.
It had a 92 millimeter manifold on the top. Now we're at a 102. It had an LS2 throttle body already in there as well.
The exhaust was choked pretty good though.
Exhaust that's a perfect example. So it had nice headers. It's got 1 7/8 headers. It was straight piped all the way out, so rear exit side. But if you looked at the underneath of it, it was just a mishmash of mild steel, stainless steel, and like just someone hack jobbed this thing, and it was a straight pipe, so it still flowed, but it was just terribly done.
Right.
So that was something I did more recently, was replace that with a 3-inch Cooks.
It's nice.
Yeah. Because the full, like the nice long tube headers to a full true 3-inch all the way back.
Yeah.
Like it flows well, and you can tell like it breathes well.
And the thing there is it isn't really meant for the C5. That's technically a C6. Like they're like, are you sure this won't fit your tunnel? Yada yada.
Don't worry,
Just
I could also tell that.
yeah, let's
I had to add bungs for your O2 sensors because they were pointed in directions that don't exist on the C5.
yeah.
So you could theoretically put 12 O2 sensors in that.
Yeah, have you actually ever seen how
Overkill,
many,
thermocouples and everything. Though.
like have you ever seen how many bungs are in that exhaust?
No.
So each header has 2,
Yeah.
as they should,
Okay.
but they point at the tunnel.
Okay.
So I didn't use them.
Yeah.
And then farther down it has for after the cats.
Okay.
It doesn't have cats.
No cats.
And then it has pre-cat in a weird spot that doesn't fit O2 sensors either. So then I added some. So it felt weird adding bungs to an exhaust that has a
So many
plethora
bungs?
of them. But anyway,
Here we are.
Plugs in those, should we have?
well, no, I figured they'll figure that out on the dyno.
Okay.
Oh, is there no plugs in it?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm like,
So yes, we did
plug it.
We did put all the plugs in.
Yeah. So that exhaust was weird, and I like it because in my fantasy dream of where this car is going to end up, at some point I want a rear diffuser, and having the exhaust the way it is means I can have so much room
Well,
underneath.
it's one less, like, frankly, really big job. Like, not that exhaust is a massive job, but figuring out, like, exhaust when there's no room to put it is tricky. So you don't even have to worry about that come time to do it.
Yeah, someone was like, let's just bend it up. And it's so rare. And I love it when I'm going down, like, Cayuga is a perfect example. I go down against the wall and that sound's banging off back at me.
And give everybody concussions.
And I love it. I'm not here for them. I'm here for me. So,
Here
but
comes Milk for cigarettes. Here comes Cody. Here comes Brad.
I want, yeah, that's it.
And then it's like, oh, we get a break. Oh, no, here comes that one Honda.
A whole other decibel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that, the fact that the interior was stripped out was kind of handy that was done already. Like little things like that. It's like, okay, that's someone else spent the time on that, or I won't have to. That was kind of nice. But little things like horn not working, which we figured out was in the column, or you figured out was in the column.
But yeah, a lot of little quirks. Like,
I can't explain it. The amount of small issues, like I said, let's check out the podcast, but not the podcast, the other stuff, YouTube videos.
Yeah.
But like I said, we took it out to the track and it just spit oil everywhere. I went through 3 or 4 different catch can setups, changed the valve covers, all sorts of little things just to do that, right? And it's
when it is funny because, like, LSs are kind of simple. Put tall valve covers and vent them to atmosphere through a good catch can. That's all you need. It is that simple. But people love to overcomplicate it, and
everyone. That's what I was trying to say earlier when it comes down to like all the chrome bits you can add.
yeah.
Everyone has an opinion on it, and like the amount of guys that are like, okay, what I've discovered is they're like, run an extra liter. That extra liter is enough that because I'm running a 383, it slaps, and I'm actually pissing out. Yeah, I'm pissing out more oil. So running the right amount of oil is actually running the right amount of oil.
Because yes, in the LS world,
Weird,
figure,
right?
right?
Wild concept.
in the LS world, run a liter over, it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have extra stroke in a block that wasn't meant for it. You just splash that whole liter out into your catch cans.
And that's the thing. It's discovering that and being like, okay, this is the solution, and it's just by running it and figuring it out.
What about your roll hoop? How it was affixed to your?
Oh my god!
Oh,
I almost forgot. Okay, so
Very structurally mounted.
yeah, structurally into plastic. So I had never brimmed the tank. Like, the car spent no time on the road, ever.
Fuel tank.
Ever. Yeah, no, I know. Fuel tank. I'm running, no gas in the car. I never go full tank. I run out of gas at the track. I'm like, okay, I'll pop into town, go get some gas. I brim it. I'm like, it smells more like gas than usual. And the car had always smelt of gas. I just got used to it, right?
Which is usually an issue.
Usually. So I'm like, whatever. And I look and I'm like,
Must be a Dave thing.
is this a Dave
Yeah.
thing?
Oh, we know
All the
know
Daves
the-
you know?
Literally,
Daves we know?
all the Daves I know. I rode home from Cayuga
Yeah.
in Dave's 350Z, and I thought I was going to die from the gas fumes.
Well, get
Oh,
this.
God.
We filled
You
it
got-
up, and my arm was getting wet because gas splashes in the car.
Oh, even all of your back in the C5.
Yeah.
That's what would happen.
Yeah.
Wrecked
So-
my
We
good
even
jeans.
got a gauge to measure for fumes, like what you put in the bilge of a big boat,
Oh, gosh.
just
Okay.
to monitor how bad it leaks.
That bad?
Yeah, so the whole way home,
Did
it's
you
going,
store it indoors?
like why fix the leak? But
Hope you didn't light a cigarette.
anyway,
poor Dave.
So, so I brim it, and the guy at the next pump who just came from drag, he's like, you're leaking gas. I look underneath, and it's flowing down. I'm like, well, it's going to do that now. I'm like, I'm going to go in and pay, and if it stops, that means the hole's near the top of the tank, right? So I come out, it stops, and I go back the track, which is one left turn, and I see a bunch of gas just piss from the 2 bolts that are holding the cage into the bulkhead.
Oh my god.
All over the back of the seat. And I'm like, oh, I figured out where that leak is, and it's very obvious. They drilled into the tank because there's 2 bolts that go through the bulkhead there, but that's literally by the transfer hose between the saddle tanks and the tank. So they drilled into that and then still put the bolts through it.
The roll cage bolts
The roll cage bolts.
right through there.
Yeah.
All you needed was a bit of RTV, and then you're good to go.
Or couldn't you get your hand in the tank and maybe get some nuts on the inside with the
Oh, yeah,
seal?
that would have been good. But that was a whole other thing, right? Now I'm here, I'm like, I need to find new tanks. So finding C5 tanks and like trying to get that off of eBay and figure that out.
And they're an absolute nightmare.
They are a nightmare to get in and out. And then finding, and it didn't come when I bought it. They didn't come with the hose, the transfer hose. So I had to figure that out. I'm going to like the local like rubber line hose place, and they're like, "What do you need this for?" I'm like, "This." They're like, "It doesn't come in this big of a diameter. This is a whole little thing that's
Like
become
fuel,
huge."
Like fuel filler neck hose is like weird to try to find, and
Yeah.
it's wildly expensive.
Very
Yeah.
expensive.
Oh yeah, and then of course they're like, "So are you buying this by the roll?" I'm like, "God no."
Yeah, so
Right?
that'll be $2 million. Please.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, that was a fun one. Little things like that just constantly, and then we end up at the fire, which is I had someone install an oil cooler, and just through rubbing against the header, eventually the oil line gave way, pop, fireball, and here we are fixing the car,
Yeah.
right? So
I'd like to touch on that quick. So I was on the phone with him. I was like chirping him.
I
I'm like, "Where are you?
Slept in to
What,
be at
what
the
are you
track
doing?
on
Hurry
time.
up! Like you're gonna miss Brad's first session because you were on 1st.
Like we had that quick practice.
the practice
run.
session,
Yeah, right. So I'm like on the phone with him, and I'm like, actually, you know what, Scully? Don't worry about it. I gotta go. Milk for Cigarettes, car's on fire. He goes, pardon, and I just hung up.
So I'm sitting,
I'm on my way.
I'm sitting in Sounds on the highway, like, oh my god, he's burning to the ground, and Tonka's gone.
Imagining the worst.
He's like, I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like, Brad, because you were still on track.
Well,
I'm like,
we touched on this. So he radios
I
me.
radioed Brad first. I said,
goes-
milk for cigarettes is on fire.
Well, no, you very specifically said, I think.
think.
Like,
Oh.
no, we all knew, but the best was I get a, I think Milk for Cigarettes is on fire. As I see him in a ball of fire at the back, I go, I know he's on fire.
Right.
Like,
and it was just one of those things. It's like, okay, he doesn't have a radio, so like, somebody's got to get to him.
And
But
the-
you were still giving her, and I
well,
was
the
like,
problem
yeah.
was there's no infield marshals because it was the practice session. There was one at the
at the end of it, like pit,
on
at
a
pit out.
Yeah, on pit out, and then on the big straight, and that was it.
That was it.
So there's no marshals ready.
Yeah,
to put
and
a
you're
fire
giving
out.
her, and I'm just like, okay, well, that motor's going to explode.
It was literally first time at the first few laps of that track. Like
Yeah.
maybe what, 4 or 5 laps
If
in.
even.
Yes. And
Yeah, if even.
Like
things
Well, like,
things
looking
were
on the-
just I think I was third or fourth car on track.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I wanted to get out there. I'm like, okay, I got to go. I want to practice because I had none of my cameras set or like none of my data
Right, it was very
acquisition
much
set.
so like,
I was
oh my
like,
god,
I want to get out there and
9
practice.
a.m. I can put my helmet on and go drive quick. Like,
Yes, exactly.
We kind of were all like that because we hadn't been to Shanaville in how many years of CSCS. Like
Yeah.
I hadn't been since the previous year, so we're all fired up to just. I'm taking advantage of this 10 minutes of let's just warm the car up.
Well, when
And-
I was looking through the footage, there's not
David
much
did
footage
warm his car
that you
up.
recorded before all of a
Yes, I
sudden
did.
there he goes on fire.
No, like I think you beat me to the line, so you were already on track for maybe one lap, and then I came out, and I think it was only my
It's like that lap.
first time around.
Yeah,
Like
and then
literally, like
Yeah,
so-
like you
Yeah.
maybe did 2 or 3 laps.
I know for sure I was either on my third or on my fourth because I was already starting to pass people and pick up speed. I'm like, oh sweet. I came up to a C6, and I'm like, okay, let's see if this guy knows the line. I'm just gonna sit back and follow him.
It was Tom.
was
Was it
Tom's?
Tom?
Yeah, it was
Great
Tom
car,
because
okay.
Tom came off and goes, "Where's Brad?" And I was like, "Milk for Cigarettes, car's on fire."
Are you sure it was Tom? Because did Tom have a passenger?
Yeah.
Okay. So
And
I
I'm
came
pretty
up and I'm
sure
like,
Tom took his kid with him the first.
For the practice.
Yeah.
it was a silver.
Yeah.
So maybe anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm coming down. I come up to him. I'm like, I'm gonna slow down and just pace him because they're pointing me by. Is what I saw. I'm like, but I came up and I'm like, no. I wave it off. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna follow you guys. And then all of a sudden, the passenger comes out and points by, and I'm like, that's new. I'm like, and they're like frantic now, and I'm like, oh shit, something's wrong. And that's when I clued in. I'm like, okay, I slowed down because I can't see out the back. Terrible to see out the back. I slow down enough, and the flame literally comes up through where the windshield wipers are, and I'm like, oh god, I'm on fire.
That's me.
Right? And then like a second later than that, plume of white smoke, like thick white smoke. And I'm like, okay, things are burning already.
Now you vividly know what the smell of burning fiberglass is.
Yeah. Was that the fiberglass? Was that the hoses? Was it the brake fluid? Was it the
Well,
clutch
what you,
fluid?
what you saw inside was likely the fiberglass. So.
Yeah, that actually makes sense, yeah. So, oof. Yeah, thick white smoke. There we go.
Yeah.
So that was crazy. Just get out of the car. And I remember, like, I haven't talked about this much, but I remember just trying to get out. I don't know if I can let my wife watch this now. I'm trying to get out, and I know where the handle is, and I can't get out for the first, what felt like an hour. It was probably
Oh,
like
yeah.
a
You're fumbling
second.
for it.
But I'm fumbling, and I keep hitting the unlock. and then it was like an inch back to like get that right.
And I guess for a bit of clarity for the listeners, like you don't have full door panels.
Yeah.
No, it's like a smooth door panel.
You just have
Scully,
the
cue
switch
the
and the
photo
lock.
of the door
Yeah.
card.
And then there's
Yeah.
also that
Put the
bar
picture of the door
So
as
if
well.
you miss the door handle, you'll grab the door lock, but the door lock protrudes as if it's the handle.
Yeah, so it's a couple of gives. I'm like, well, that's not it, and go for it. And it's funny because you like European cars with like the double pull, where it's like you pull once for the
Unlock and then
unlock
pull
and pull
again.
out. I'm like, now I understand why the European cars do that. Like I wouldn't have been confused. I would have just done it twice, and I would have been out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Get out, grab fire extinguisher. I had to go back and turn off the car because I forgot. I hit the ignition, then got out, then came back, turned off the kill switch additionally.
Mm-hmm.
Fire extinguisher on both sides, and at one point, we were talking about it earlier, why was there so much extinguisher on one side? It was because I had one extinguisher on each side. We didn't get the hood off yet, and I'm like, I just need to shove an element in there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I did. I went around back to the other side to get the hood off, I literally shove it in, and like,
That's enough.
yeah. So at that point, I forgot.
Your wife definitely can't watch this now.
I don't know what we're into.
Which one's that?
Now it's enough. So finally get the hood off, peel it off. You come sprinting full speed at that point.
Just wreck your hood.
Just wreck it.
Okay,
Yeah.
the in-car Brad, like we pulls up and you can see the splitter, our camera on their fire.
Yep.
The car's moving like this. What's he doing in there? The car's going like this, and Brad's going, but by the
Because
time
it's on the splitter, it is like rocking.
Oh,
yeah,
jeez.
by the time he gets his thing off and the car's going.
Because
Are you going to help, Brad? Or are you dancing?
Okay.
It does kind of look like that on video. The
Anyway,
whole car's.
so-
Yeah.
Because with my car, like I have the radio, but the wire is like you have to twist it off, which I'm planning to replace. But anyway, so it threads on, so it doesn't come unplugged, right?
Yeah.
But so I'm like, popples off, and and I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, I'll take my helmet off, and not because remember towards the end of the season we were having troubles with it. So
Yeah,
anyway,
it's janky.
so my thoughts are, okay, belts off, helmet off. But I'm like, can't get my helmet off because I still got my gloves on. And then it's like, fuck it. And then I just yank on the cord kind of and got it unplugged. Anyway, so that's what I was doing. But I'm thinking like, okay, I need to get my fire extinguisher to use. So I still have my Hollins, my helmet, everything on. So I'm running up to you.
Which is a great piece of footage, by the way. You hauling the mail
Yeah.
away from your car.
And just-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Were you
just
wearing-
for reference, it wasn't full speed. It was a nice brisk jog while I'm getting the cap off. I can definitely run quicker than
Were
that.
you
now.
wearing shorts?
No,
Oh, no, that's the problem.
Under the
It's
suit,
all in my race
see-
suit,
Under the
like,
suit, he had his shorts
out of
on.
my
Yeah.
element. Out of my element. Anyway, if I was in Crocs, I would have been way quicker.
In sport mode.
And your
In
hood would
sport
have
mode.
survived.
Yeah, with the rear, like
Yeah.
the thing on the
Yeah,
back,
exactly.
right? That's it.
So, but yeah, so I got to your car, and you were like, "Get out of here!" Like, it's done. And I'm
I
like,
thought it was
and
done.
I'm helping. So I lit off the fire extinguisher and went to go to the other side than you.
Mm-hmm.
But as I went in front of the car, helmet fills with smoke, crunch right in the middle of your hood, almost wipe out. I'm like, and then anyway.
It was not the worst. I'm actually that's something I am excited for. I forgot to mention earlier. That was I'm like, okay, I want to save some money. I want to fix the hood. It's donezo now, but it was an excuse. I'm like, I want to get a carbon fiber hood, like
Yeah,
a copper one.
it is-
I am
it is
excited.
the-
for
What
that.
style hood did you get?
You won't be able to look it up.
Oh, really?
So this is the fun part. So about the Corvette community,
He's a Corvette guy. It's a one-of-one hood.
it's yeah, well,
Big
might as well,
one-of-one.
might as well be.
Is there any chrome on it?
No,
Okay, good.
no.
Is
and
it made
it's-
by
it's-
New Balance?
And it's functional. It's an 805.
It's actually not
65.
carbon fiber, it's denim.
But only halfway.
Yes.
So I'm excited for that. It's the Corvette community just is chrome or so many racers and like people who would make original molds of stuff. Other people just bought those molds and now other people are making that same stuff. So it's an old X World Challenge hood. It's gonna look sick.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't describe it. I'll wait just till you see it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cool. So. But yeah, so that's it. Car burnt. One regret, and it's from your footage. Like all of us were at the top of the motor trying to put this thing out, and had anyone just been like, maybe I should look underneath, which is where it just kept burning.
Yeah, so the big problem was, so we had the elements. So the elements are perfect. So, and now that I have literal first-hand experience cleaning a fire extinguisher,
Yeah.
you could see the odd little bit of like smoke from the element.
Yeah.
It's the powder and the actual fire extinguisher stuff that's a nightmare.
They made a huge mess.
So,
It's acidic.
I feel like very quickly you and me, like, understood the situation, get the elements on it, right?
Yep.
And then everybody else followed suit by just simply spraying fire extinguisher, which is not a chirp by any means.
Yeah.
But like you said, now we're all out of fire extinguishers, and the source of the fire hasn't been fixed.
Yeah.
That being said, the only thing that fixed it was the water to cool the headers,
Yeah.
because the header wrap was soaked in oil.
That's the problem.
So all of our fire extinguishers kept the flame down,
Yeah.
but as soon as a fire extinguisher would go out or run out or whatever, then the header that's still wrapped in header wrap and hot would just reignite it. And well, now, at first it was just engine oil. Well, now it's brake fluid.
Yeah.
Oh, and now it got the O-ring of the fuel line.
And everything's on
now
that
it's-
side, yeah.
Yeah. So it was like,
That was fun. Like the very first time I brought it home, I topped it up with oil, and I'm like seeing if it still holds oil and whatnot. And I'm like, I'm gonna turn it over just to see if we turn it over safely. Like I checked all oil and everything. And I've got my brother at the front of the car, and he's like, something's leaking. And I'm like, okay. He's not really sure what he's looking for. He's like, turn it again. Okay, everything sounds fine, like a normal start. And he's like, it's gas because of the O-ring. And I had no idea. So I think that was something that, because it was off, thankfully, I don't think gas really went anywhere.
no, but
Thankfully.
but again,
Yeah, thank God.
Thankfully.
It's garden
let's say
hose
one
fuel.
drip of fuel now turns it from just smoldering back to a flame,
Yep.
and then that flame reignites the brake fluid and reignites the plastic wire sheath and stuff like that, right?
Thank
So,
God you did shut the ignition off.
Oh, yeah.
Like that would have been a garden hose of.
Like, let's say the car
Fuel
wasn't
pump.
idling,
And it's got a lot of oil. It's got a lot of fuel, right? Like,
and like heat of the moment, like you said, okay, you killed the ignition and ran out, but then you came back for the kill switch.
Yeah.
Imagine if the car wasn't still idling, like let's say it snapped itself out,
yeah.
you might not have even hit the ignition,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like you might
right, so
have sat-
fuel pump's still running
Right,
full
like-
titty, just.
right.
Yeah.
Like I even know, like when I hit the wall of Calbogie, like I think in the video it took me like surprisingly long to shut it off. Just I don't know,
You wrap your head around it. You'd like,
like as much as it was probably only like a couple seconds, it also wasn't my first instinct to like slap the kill switch and turn off the battery.
Yeah.
It's like you're sitting there and I'm in the wall and the car's idling. It's like, oh,
well, and it's funny. Like I said, to you, it might seem like forever, but in grand scheme of things, it might have only been a second or two.
right. But a
in that
second of a fuel pump run is a long time.
long time. So,
Yeah,
Yeah, that was hairy. Do you want to touch on that quick? The Calbogie tour?
I guess so. Yeah, off topic from you guys,
Go
but
for it.
yeah, we were on the 17s, and we might get into this on a different podcast. I'm not going to go into depth, but 17s trying to fit into street class with the Pirellis. Never liked the setup, and it was towards the end of the year, so tires were kind of worn out, just pushing too hard, and then. Like I'll admit, like right in front of me was a bright green Porsche GT3 RS, like my literal dream car, and I'm reeling them in and reeling them in. So I'm very much so like,
Tunnel
in a
vision,
sense,
eh?
like tunnel vision on. My lap timer's counting down. I'm catching this awesome car. This is a great day.
Yeah.
And I just pushed a little bit too hard, turn one, and it looks dumb in the video. Like I watch the video back and go like, why did I crash, right? But as the driver, you know, well, this much steering input usually turns the car in. Well, I turned the wheel this much and it didn't turn in, and next you know I'm aimed at the wall, right? And people think, well, why don't you steer more? It's like, but you don't, in a sense, like you don't understand, like, so yeah, you turn in and it understeered, and next you know I'm in the grass, and it's like, okay, well, I'll pump the brake as much as I can, otherwise I'm
That's all
along
you
for the
can
ride,
do,
and
yeah.
boom, into the wall. So
rough.
yeah,
Manual ABS.
yeah,
Yeah.
Manuel.
man, wow.
That's the Mexican.
But yeah, no. So we've obviously, yeah, we sympathized with you because like fire is scary,
Yeah.
but like it sucks to wreck a car.
In a way, it's nice to have like that out of the way. I feel like every single one of like, I have this from other sports things in the past. Like once you get one thing out of the way, like, you know, I like to ski. The first time you bail in yard sale, you get that out of the way. You're like, okay, I've done it now. And I feel like every racer, like I know we've seen plenty of guys catch fire, spin, hit wall, you know, lose a significant part. And it's once that's out of the way, you're like, okay, that's done. I've done that. That's the low, hopefully. And let's just move on from it.
Yeah.
Right? Like you could cry, you could whatever. It's my wallet cries, but like you move on. You move on. It's
Exactly.
part of it. We take this risk the very second we get in the car. You take the risk, and it's
And I feel like what a lot of people, I guess like friends that aren't in the car world per se, what I get a lot like is essentially like why and how do you still do it? Like I hit a wall. Like how am I not afraid to get back in that car? It's like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? I'm just more excited to get back into it when I fix it. Like
Yeah, and there's a pile of parts here. Like we had it stripped and put back together, just not green. What? A day after we got home from California?
Yeah, like
the
that's
day
impressive.
we got home from California?
Like I chose to miss the last event that year because it's like, no, like we have the drive to fix this car. Like this car's going, I'm not missing an event over this. But then it was like, actually, you know what? No, because I'm taking this as an excuse to rebuild the front end, go to a different wheel and tire package, this, that, right? So like, but yeah, it's like, I don't know, things like that don't happen and scare us out of it.
Yeah, it's what's weird, and I've read about this where, you know, first I want to touch on the red mist of chasing the other car. Like every single GT3 RS, I'm like, that guy spent a lot of money. Let's see what we can do with my budget build, right? Every time, and you chase that down. But what I've read about is any extreme sport, racing, skiing, skydiving, pick anything that requires your focus. Everything else in your life turns off because you cannot think of motorcycling. Actually, is one of the biggest ones that's common. You turn off your entire brain to everything else in your life because you have no choice but for your safety to concentrate on what you're doing. And it's tough to explain to someone that, you know what, maybe you need that. Somebody like, oh, you're addicted. Like, I'm not a Travis Pastrana. I don't think you are either.
No.
But like, I understand why he is the way he is and breaks everything. And I am probably to a certain percentage the same way of like, I need this. It allows me to go back to work on Monday. It allows me to go home and try and be the best dad I can be. Like, I need this.
Exactly.
It's a bit of a fix. And like, ironically, like everyone's like, well, you know, with the whole ECU thing for Peaches, it's like, well, I don't want to spend this much. It's already a leap. We're already repairing so much. Nothing to do with you guys. Just literally in my own
in
budgeting.
general, yes.
Right? And then I was talking to someone and they're like, you know, this is like drugs. A meth head will find the next $20 for his fix.
Oh, 100%.
And I'm going to find the next 100,000 if I need, not 100,000.
100,000.
100,
Yes.
and then 1,000. Where's the button? We need the button up.
You know you're right.
Right?
100,000 is not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Holy, what's Eric charging you?
Yeah, don't tell my wife what I actually spent on things. Don't sell my car for when I die for what I told my wife. But
We talked about that.
right?
Yeah, we talked about that already. It's like
Yeah, Connie
so
said
true.
I could have the
Zetto cigarette?
Zetto cigarette for $5,500.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what I told her I paid for.
Yeah.
No, and then during like midway through your project, you know, whatever, we didn't have any numbers, what you spent, what we paid. We're just thinking he's going to spend, we just picked a number, let's say 10 grand.
Yeah.
It's more, but
Yeah.
but no,
Yeah, no, I knew that was coming.
yeah, but no, but you're not really going to go any faster.
yeah, like we
Now, with a standalone, whether it be Link, Holly, and a few of the other things, you're going to go faster.
Yeah.
So you spend, we'll say 15 or 17, and it's going to be a whole different car.
Let's
for
put
that.
it this way: it's more than what I wanted to, and it because unexpectedly we touched on a few of the spindles and stuff like that, right? Like,
there were some fair and square unrelated to the fire and unrelated to putting the car back together that we found, and it's like, well, we are in here now,
gotta
and it
do it.
is a safety thing.
that is one thing that it's the toughest thing to learn is that when you're in there is the best time to do everything, right? Surely, like, you know, if you're in there, do the next thing, right?
Which is something we kind of learned the hard way with my car.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know each other like we do now. back
Right,
when
like
we did the
time
original
and place
clutch.
wise, like it's not up to me to decide that you need to rebuild the torque tube when you're doing the clutch.
No.
But now in hindsight, we
looking
should have
back-
rebuilt the torque tube when we did the clutch because it would have been cheaper than exploding the torque tube and having to do it as its own job.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
anybody that doesn't know, the torque tube's been out of my car, what?
Well, now 3 times.
3 times.
Yes.
It was out when we did the clutch. It was available to be out when we did the motor, and
Yeah.
now it's out
Did
again.
you guys
because
check
it's
his
been-
diff? Should probably check your
Don't
diff.
even go there. Don't even go there. It's fine.
Just run thicker fluid, you'll
Okay.
be fine.
Well, we do know at how
Wax.
well that
Put a grease nipple
Yeah.
on it.
at how well that
I've
car
done
does
that
burnouts.
before.
We know the diff's okay.
Mixes it right up.
Nice thick wax.
No, the thing does plenty good burnouts and donuts. The diff's fine.
There you go. As long as you're doing 11s, you're good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the best is on my camera roll, the 5 burnouts I did, and then the next day I met Brad. So
Yeah.
it is.
He does literally have timestamped evidence of why the thing failed.
Fantastic.
And he did fib to me on the first time I talked to him on the phone. He said he was just out for a cruise and it started slipping and felt funny.
That,
It's like, no, you literally,
love it.
literally exploded
love
it
it.
doing a burnout.
yeah. You gotta own it.
He was
Yeah.
just out with the boys, what, not doing burnouts?
Yeah, what do you do then?
Yeah.
Out with the boys.
We're just cruising.
Yeah.
On grinder.
Touch my rubber.
Do you need to hit the button, Scully?
I do.
Yeah.
No, it's yeah. Where the hell were we? I don't even know.
Just-
I don't even
but
know
yeah,
where we were.
like, the whole idea of like, like you don't get it until you get it. Like,
Yeah.
the whole idea of like, the tunnel vision in terms of competition, but also like, it's impossible to explain the why we do it like
The
that.
fix.
Like the whole joke of like for that 10 seconds you're free. Like
It's real. It's real life.
Those,
like,
those
like
10
the
seconds that are now
motorcycle
30 years.
Well,
It's,
like
it's real life.
7.
Like,
Yes.
I have a supermoto. They're not fast. It's ride to ride.
Yeah.
It's like I have music on, doing me. You know what I mean? It's like a song comes on. It's like, well, I don't even care. Yeah, I ride it like an asshole, but it's like whatever. But it's just like I have a car, trucks, the bike. It's like the bike's so much different. Like, yeah, I could drive a Mustang a million days of the year.
Yeah.
It's,
And
it's
like,
not that exciting anymore.
I don't know, even like the idea of like, okay, you don't track your Corvette, let's say, right? But leaving here when you do a 2 kilometer long burnout, because that's what that car does. But anyway, when you do a wicked burnout leaving, you would never be able to tell me the color of truck that just passed you.
No.
That's the feeling.
Yeah.
You're the only person alive. You're the only thing that exists, and you have one job, and that is to, in a burnout or in
Stay out of the
drag
ditch.
racing.
Stay out of the ditch.
Right, like that's
Yeah.
like when you're keeping it between the mustard and the mayo, nothing else exists
is
except for
bliss.
your
Yeah.
task.
Yeah.
When I'm
Unless
at
it's, the lights.
okay, they
Then
exist.
but
They exist.
They
in-
still don't exist in your car.
No, but other than that, you're
have to do
holding on,
miles.
you're shifting gears,
right,
and trying
but
to
it's
keep
like
it straight.
it is relevant to everybody, and it is literally why we do it. Like,
Yeah.
so you can't explain the feeling of even one lap of a track, let alone when you get to the point of pushing the limit. Like when you are at 10 tenths, at 11 tenths, hence
Yep.
your shirt. When you're at that limit, like nothing matters, nothing is happening except for exactly what you need to happen, and the act of doing that is why we do it.
I do think that some of the faster guys just have a better ability to turn it off. And I think now, like, I'm interested to see, like, for those of you that follow Formula One, Fernando Alonso, who's like been perpetually, without a family, and he's been racing for 40 odd years, or not 40 odd years, he's 40 something years old. He just had a kid. So like, is he now going to be slower in 2026 because now he's like, I have a family I got to go home to,
Exactly.
right? And like that type of mentality, like where does your fear stop? Or are you thinking too much to say, okay, I'm going to drop this wheel, I'm going to take 2 more inches of this curb, right? I'm not afraid to drop it off the other side of it. Like, it's just breaching that limit, that concentration.
And like for us, it's like we always joke like all this time, money, and effort, blood, sweat, and tears over what, a plastic trophy, right?
So the
But
amount of
it's like-
times he's told me that, like actually on the way to the track, he's like, you can buy it, like
Right,
you can buy a plastic trophy anywhere.
you can fill a trophy shelf for a lot cheaper than one single track day.
Oh god, yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
but it's like if we joke about that, but it's like no, that's not what we're doing it for. But like you said, the difference between say, like the guys who can turn it all off are the people who only see that trophy at the end.
Yeah.
Like they don't care about the car, they don't care, they're not worried about say family and stuff. And that's the difference. It's like I know you, like me, like we don't quite turn it all off. There's still the moment where I'll bail from a lap because it's not worth a plastic
Yeah,
trophy,
for sure.
and it's not worth wrecking the car, and it's not.
That's
right?
like, we still want to make it home. But there are guys to the point of reckless.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Just flat out reckless.
Oh
like
my
watch
goodness,
Max
yes.
Attack once, and everyone's like, why don't you do Max Attack?
Not
It's
to
like
mention
because the
any-
other-
some of the
Yeah,
black-
because the other guys in Max Attack are psychos, and it's awesome. And like,
It's awesome. Don't get me. And that's the thing. Like,
Like,
if I
that's-
had, this is why we need a spare car.
correct.
You gotta go 50-50 on one, and we'll
yeah.
share
I've been
seat time.
saying this to Brad for 5 years now.
Right.
We need a spare car. Also, something
And
that I can
guaranteed
drive.
something
Right.
something slow enough
No,
that
to-
we'd be in the front every
See the
time.
problem? When he says, "Do you want to go in on a spare car?" We mean like for Max Attack and stuff. When you say, "Do you want to go on a spare car?" You mean you want me to pay for it and you to drive it,
There's options.
right?
These are all options.
Like, do we go get that $8,000 Corvette?
Yes.
Yes. Have you?
Yes.
That'd be a perfect spare
Did you
car.
make an offer on it already?
Yeah, I offered the guy $5,500, and then
He said
goes,
$8,000. So did you
$8
say I'll be
grand.
there?
So did you say?
Like,
No, I told him I want pictures.
Does it have a
okay,
motor in
fair.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently it runs and drives.
But
Runs
even then,
runs and drives
I could
parts
be the
cars.
test
Always-
pilot
that's
for
always
that.
an interesting way to
Yeah.
go.
but it's also like it's an LS1. Like, we'll get it built. It's like
Sounds like you guys just need to rent a U-Haul and do a swap.
We have
we know a guy headed that way
Yeah.
with a
Drop
trailer
one off.
and
Oh, pick the other one up.
Yeah.
There you go.
We're talking about you.
I know. I'm on board.
Yeah.
I'm on board for stupid ideas. It's okay.
We have to.
Never let me enter in Max.
Sell
And the
the
best
one.
Ever.
and the best part is if like we put it together as a Corvette, like as much as your truck project would be sick, but it's like, no, strip the thing and make it a proper, like, bare bones, pure race car, but nothing over the top, like just enough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
have
take
you-
out weight.
Have you met me? You
Well, but, like-
you know how that's gonna go.
Well, yeah,
It's got a deer guard on the front.
No,
close.
no,
Anyway,
not a good idea. Press the button.
but yeah, no,
that
it's
Corvette.
like, just yeah. If you need to ask, then you don't
Yeah,
understand,
You either get it
or you don't.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like you have the Garmin Catalyst, right?
Yep.
And downloads to like my phone. You look at it. Brad did X number. He was in the car. Like how many hours?
well,
was it?
no, I drove 8 different tracks
Right.
for 6.5 hours
Yeah.
of track time.
Yeah. Which
like,
is actually terrible.
Which I'm thinking, like, which I'm thinking, sweet. I did 6 hours of track time this year. Last year I probably did 5 or 4.
Yeah.
Right? But it's like, at the same time, it's like, how much money went into driving the car for 6 hours?
You know what? Oh God. Yeah. You can't do that.
Mid-O is
math.
expensive.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
math.
Sometimes you just got to go to Lucky Dog or Champ Car.
That's the sweet
where the
spot.
real
Or
fun
ice
is.
racing, apparently.
That's where the real fun is.
Yeah.
Like we competed at Watkins. It was the Glen. Yeah, Watkins Glen. The field was 130 cars
That's insane.
on the track at one time,
Oh my god.
and everything.
so
from,
like a
from
CSCS event.
Group A, Group A, B, and C, like A, B, C, D. So you got Ferrari 458s racing with Honda Fits, all the classes, all the time,
That's insane.
and for 8 hours. So everyone's stint is 2 hours long. So for 2 hours, at any given moment, there's 5 cars around you at all times. At all times. That is crazy. So not only are you going like 10 tenths, you're just staying away from everyone. You're negotiating, and the fast cars are going past you, and you're going past the slow cars, and you're trying to figure out the track, and people
So like a
crashing.
CSCS
and,
event.
yeah,
Except they have a longer track.
Yeah.
they have a longer track. But everyone, like, genuinely, they're very respectful. They drive really clean. You know what I mean? Like,
And what
for the
is
most
it?
part.
We've looked. It's roughly what 2,500 to 4,000, depending on the team. If you were to go on your own, like you guys had a team, but if you were to
Yeah.
go grab a seat,
Yeah, it's
and
probably
like
about 3-4
what does
grand.
it cost to go to Grid Life? A G, 2G?
Like, are you talking like to drive down there?
Yeah.
And
No. To race. Just say what's the entry fee?
Entry fee was $11.50 American.
Okay, so
So,
for
like,
two of those,
For like $7,000 Canadian.
you're gonna get so much more time. Well, yeah, so much more time. Right? Like this is the thing. He's bugged me a lot. Every single time I go to CSCS, it's like, so how much are you paying to do like a total of maybe an
Like,
hour?
you might have leave him at home.
He has always
but it
been
is
the
the-
voice of reason,
it
which
is
is
the difference
ironic
of,
in
like-
this
Yeah.
setting.
It
Right?
is the difference of like Chump Car. You could almost break it down to like, and completely spitballing, but like call it like $200 an hour.
Yeah.
Versus what we do is like $1,000 an hour.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's why this rebuild is huge, because now I've had all these heat problems. By redoing Peaches to be more cool, I'm genuinely just more excited to spend longer sessions on track.
And enjoy the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the nice thing about door-to-door racing is you're not chasing that tenths of second.
Yeah.
You're,
Well,
you're chasing the
initially
bumper
you
ahead of
are to qualify. So you will go out there, you'll try and have a super clean lap to qualify well.
Yeah.
But after that, it's all the art of racing. It's literally racecraft.
Does every
So you
driver
sit
have to
there-
qualify, or one driver?
No, just
Your best driver.
Yeah, just one, the best one.
Yeah. So it was you.
So
That's
you
why
go
you're
out
saying
there. You just go out there.
He's like, actually, I don't
And the
know if the other
racetrack.
guys had to qualify. I always had to qualify.
So what I'm saying is the racecraft is actually quite fun. You're like,
sure.
You're literally like, we're an E46 and it's a little bit heavier, don't have the power. You get up behind the Integra GSR. He gets out faster in the corners, but I got better brakes, so I reel him in on the braking zone. I try and figure out where he's zigging, I'm zagging. I'm trying to figure out where I can get him, right?
For
So
sure.
I'm like, okay, I can get him in the braking zone. So that's it. So, he'll miss the braking zone, then he'll just lock up. I see the things lock up. I go out and I dive bomb him. I get into the corner and I pass him. And then I see the next guy. I'm just like, okay.
And do it all again.
Yeah, do it all again. It takes me 5 or 6 corners to figure out where this guy's weak point is. I'll
And then
figure it out,
capitalize.
and I pass him. And it just goes for 2 hours. And it is
Yeah.
so much fun. And then the race is over, and you go walk the pits, and you go look for that Integra. And you go up there, and you're like, second session? Because there's 4 drivers, right? So you have to figure out. He's like, yeah. He goes, do you remember that? Quarter 5? He's like, yeah. It's just like, you just go back, and you just reminisce
sure.
about the whole thing.
Everybody's
It's
good about
fantastic.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, grid life was very much so like that. Like,
Yeah.
Like in terms of
everybody's
like
very good
etiquette and
about stuff
everything.
like that.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. Like, one thing I've noticed, like I said, I haven't been doing this as long in terms of racing. I did one race in 2020, and then I don't think I actually started until 2022. So 3 years I've been
Okay,
doing
yeah.
this.
I was
Great,
actually,
right?
I was meaning to.
Yeah.
Great. I
ask
only
you
did like 2
because-
races.
Because I do feel like, I don't know, we've been doing it since 2017. Since 2017, we've missed, 2 events. One when the supercharger blew up and one when I hit the wall.
Yeah.
And other than that, we've been to every single event since 2017.
Yeah.
So I feel like, and because we're like,
You're there all the time.
well, and also we don't live anywhere near you, so we didn't know you prior,
Yep.
didn't have you on social media and stuff. I feel like you did
Like
kind
I came out of nowhere?
Like you did kind of come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
remember
did you
it
ever
was-
have the BMW at CSCS?
One time.
Like one single
One
event?
time, and it's funny because I looked that up. I was like, where did I sit next to you? And I was actually maybe only 3 or 4 behind you.
Right.
Whatever the rear wheel drive was at that time.
Because that would have been, like back then was on, I think my last year, 17s, was your first year of,
Potentially. It was 2020.
so yeah, so back when, like frankly, my car wasn't as fast as it could have been,
Yeah.
let alone is.
So and that's the thing, right? So where I was going with that was this: having started up, like, okay, now they put me in group 3, and then I'm fast in group 2, and then like now I'm dabbling in the group 1 stuff. That's where getting to know some of the other drivers, and it's in CSCS, it's all pretty much the group 1 guys, but knowing who you can trust, and then the fun of going in, knowing, okay, like when him and I are on track, like, this guy just wants to go sideways these days. So, but then it's fun.
You're just not even disagreeing. You're like, yep.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
very much done with going straight and fast. Now he just wants to go full big drift.
Just have
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I just look for when it's a rain day. I'm like, yes.
Let's do it.
I just want it to rain. Yeah, I just want to go sideways everywhere.
But when you trust your buddy to go to the track with, and you trust the other guys, certain guys or girls in your group, it's another feeling
100%.
similar to, that a certain level of racecraft. Not everyone's good. I've heard some fantastic stories, and even buddies who I question some of their choices. But like, it's that idea of who you can be beside. I wasn't even calling out you. That's the best part.
But yeah, no, like
100%.
you, Scott, Tim, Cody, Tom, and
Lance.
not that we get it a lot, but like even Steve. Like I have been on track with Steve. He's usually in the slower group because he's a production class car. But like you
Not
can
anymore.
trust these guys. Yeah, Lance, like
Yeah.
all these guys are guys like I want to be near on track
Yeah.
because we can kind of help each other to a good lap. No,
You
we're
can
not
help.
hit-
You can
knowing we're not
chase
gonna-
and have that fun part,
Well,
right?
right.
And the one time something happened with Cody, I'm not sure what happened. And when he came back, he says, "I'm sure I'm glad that Brad was behind me." When something happened, Cody spun out or something
Or
happened.
steering rack.
when his steering rack locked up or something
Yeah,
when he
he
went
said,
off track.
I'm sure I'm glad that Brad was behind me because somebody would have nailed him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot who it was. I don't know if it was you or someone else. I went off last year. Remember when they had all the hail? I guess it was 2024.
Yeah.
All the
Oh
hay
my
bales,
goodness.
and I went off at turn 1, and I'm like, oh, no big deal. Just come back on, right? To me, it was nothing. I'm like, I just missed my mark. But the person behind me was like, I thought you were going to go straight for a hay bale. I started to slow down, and I'm like, you were fine. And then another person told me, like, yeah, no, I was perfectly fine. I knew you were going to bring it back on track. It's,
Yeah.
it's knowing the other person,
yeah.
right?
And like I know if you were to go off track ahead of me, I know you're not going to come back on and T-bone me, but I can also know you're competent enough that I can watch what you're doing and trust that it's going to work that way.
It's
Like-
weird that you have that trust. You're going into someone
like
at
it's
like that speed,
like
right?
a sixth sense of like, okay, you see some random person you've never met go off track, and it's like, all right, back up,
Yeah.
like slow down, wreck my lap. Whereas it's like I watch you go off track, it's like, sweet, I don't even have to hit the brakes. Like
Yeah,
I
just
know,
go on
I know
past.
what you're gonna do, and I know how this is gonna play out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
For sure. But yeah, no, Lucky Dog is still kind of on my list of things. I wish I would have done it at the time that you guys did it. But that's the thing. In these last 3 years, I've spent a lot more time on track, but I wasn't at that level yet to say I'm going to pay for a seat and do that.
Mm-hmm.
Neither was Ron, but he did good.
Ron also has more money than I do. No, that was the thing, right? 2017 or 2019, I'm kind of mixing it up there, but that's when I did my first Hanson school day. He was suggesting that. Then I did BMW Trillium for a bunch of days, volunteered with them, and then some autocross as well. And then that was like, I don't know why I settled on CSCS. I think it's because,
Well, it's also you went to Pinnacle, and then TMP became your.
ironically, TMP is my home track,
Yeah.
but Grand Bend should be my home track. It's
I
actually
know.
closer, and I like it better. It suits the
Grand
vet
Bend's
better.
way cooler.
Oh yeah.
Grandman's way cool. Too.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Frankly,
Well, I drift in that,
TMP's the
that
worst
big
track, not
corner
there.
of the back.
opinion.
Here comes Tom.
Still
with
better
an
than no
opinion.
track.
I despise TMP.
Okay.
I hate everything about TMP.
Hot take.
Hard on tires. Anyways.
No, that's not so bad. Keep going. I'm just waiting.
No,
Just in case something else comes up.
no, I hate TMP.
That's
fair.
Well, and as a newbie to like watching and like helping out with the team and everything, I don't like it's my least favorite.
Okay.
Before you go, one more thing.
We should break down all tracks at this point and just have a chat.
Yeah, we should. We stayed at TMP like overnight last year, right before we went to Grid Life.
Yeah.
And Brad and I took the scooters out on the track.
Yep.
Okay, I don't know how you guys drive cars out there. That is the bumpiest. It's like the bumpiest track ever.
I guess because we're
horrible.
also used to Shannonville.
Fair.
Yeah.
Shannonville is a good enough track to deal with the bumps, though.
Well, that was it last year, and that was the year where they had like concrete at the apexes of some of the corners, and then like next
Yes.
year pavement.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I just spent enough time at TMP, and you know what it is? It is the Ontario baseline for a hot lap. Are you under 120?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which with new tires should probably be like 119 or 118 now.
Yeah, so for context, TMP is, say, the most accessible track to get onto for the GTA. As in, it's an hour drive for so much of the population.
Yeah,
right?
you can basically arrive with the fastest car with no helmet, and they'll put you on the track
Right.
for 50
Yeah.
bucks.
And that's
So
the
for-
thing. It's the Wild West
So
for sure.
everybody can go there. Anybody can pay a negligible amount of money and go turn laps for an entire day with no policing, which is
with no helmet requirement.
right, which is
Yeah.
insane in one case, but it does become the easiest place to get into it and learn and start to practice.
What's killed me with spending more time there is like the locals and how to them, like, I don't know about you guys as young adults, what we all did to piss away our time, but the amount of them that were like, we're at the track. They just, everyone there, like they're just going to the track. Like it's going to the, for a lot of people, it's like going to the movie theater. For them, it was going to the track.
Right, which is
and I'm
pre-
like,
which is
that's
actually
like,
pretty
I
sick.
would
Yeah.
love that seat time. Are you kidding me? And here's a yokel,
cool.
not to offend anyone, like a bunch of yokels out there just doing their thing. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
and in
I
random
wish,
vehicles,
I
random
wish.
everything.
Yeah.
And frankly, it's a flat track.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Yep.
And it's like there's only one single turn that would make you hit a wall, like in a perfect world, and everything else is usually
there's
a
no-
smooth grass runoff.
The funny,
Yeah, there's no like decreasing radius, no corners that'll sneak up on
no
you.
off camber,
Yeah,
no.
when you go there, the corner is the corner. As long as you look 50 feet in front of you, you can figure out
Yeah.
how to get around the corner.
Right.
you say that because I know you've been instructing at Motorsport, which is big balls territory, but like
Calabogie.
instructing people at Cayuga.
Yeah.
I feel like
Aside
that's
from
painful.
vision,
Yeah.
a lot of those corners are still very technical to a lot of people.
Oh, I know.
Which is
I-
wild.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Right?
it is a great. It's like so. My opinion of Shannonville would be everybody else's opinion of TMP. Like it, frankly, is a very flat, easy to learn. Although Shannonville has twice as many corners and is
Yeah.
twice as long. But like in terms of like remembering, like Calabogie would be the worst track to try to learn how to drive a car on.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's duplicates of every corner and they're all different. So
and
you
most of them are blind.
right, and then they're all blind. So if you make a mistake while trying to learn how to control a car, the stakes are high. Whereas
Yes.
at TMP, if you
Calabogie's my favorite track, by the way.
same.
Calabogie's
Yeah.
epic, yeah.
Well, like aside from like Grand Prix track, Grand Prix track's my true favorite.
GP is my
Not me.
favorite.
No way.
But
I'll take Calabogie
actually,
over
you know,
GP any day.
It's tough. There's some of them are so close, they're great in different ways. Like
yes,
Calabogie's.
that's a fuck. It's a tie.
Well,
Like-
yeah, right. Like it's just they're good in different ways. Calabogie's got the elevation, a bunch of turns. The asphalt is amazing in a weird
Super
way because it's so
wide.
abrasive.
Super
it's-
wide.
Right?
It is
Did
abrasive.
I
It's
hear
hard.
this correctly? They're repaving it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that a good
with-
thing? Because
I hear they're going to go for a less abrasive asphalt.
because
yeah.
the whole I don't know if you know this, the whole story of their asphalt is they really much so wanted to hire local businesses to build it.
Yeah, yeah.
And the local quarries are all granite, being up in the Canadian Shield. So the whole thing is paved with a granite base instead
That's
of a lime
why.
rock. Or a
Lime rock.
instead of a limestone base like everything else. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
whereas like
Okay.
most asphalt, including like what's on the highways, gets polished down and smooth, and we have to very much so play the whole like temperature and everything game.
Yeah.
Where you do anyway. But
When it
but
rains Calabogie.
but Calabogie is like sharp abrasive granite
Yes.
that doesn't wear down. Where like it kind of takes a lot of rain to even change it. Like if there's a light sprinkle, a lot of people get nervous of driving in the
But
rain.
it's fast.
But it's still fast in the rain. Like, so I hope that doesn't change much.
I sadly
which
think,
I heard
I think
is.
it will. I sadly think it will.
I heard it's going to be paved with a more traditional surface rather than the granite base.
Yeah.
Because a lot of complaint was it's too hard on tires. It's like, well, but I would agree. Like, I would just say it's way more grippy.
Well,
like,
what kind of who was complaining? The guys who have the Yokohamas, right, with the
Yeah.
O2s, are like, I want one hot lap.
yeah.
Right.
So I don't know.
That's a tough one.
I guess we'll see what happens with that. So
Well, and it's like, again, the fun part about instructing is, I had a guy and I spent the whole day with him, and he could not memorize the turns at TMP, which is what 13, 10.
well, like it sounds like
turns.
a lot, but it's like 8.
Yeah,
in real life.
right, it is, and like to not know
I
after a
could
whole
go drive
day
GP pretty confidently.
was
Right.
was painful,
Yeah.
right? And like if you can't get that,
But unfortunately, like I guess there would be plenty of people that just can't get it. Like you have to turn it into muscle memory and a pattern pretty quick before you can start to push a car,
Yeah.
let alone learn how to control the car.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
But something
Yeah.
like that, like, are you watching his eyes? Like maybe he's not looking far enough ahead.
Oh no, like well, vision's the first thing you look at.
Mm-hmm.
Like just it's almost like it was like for this individual, it almost was like a version of ADHD, where he just wasn't focused enough and would get distracted. Like I've never
We call that a touch of the tism.
just a touch. But in the same way that he wouldn't stop wanting to converse. Like if everyone you get in a car with someone, you want to chat, but at some point you got to focus on the task at hand.
what's that song? Shut Up and Drive.
Yeah, yeah, oh, 100%. It was a bit of that, right? Like distraction. And it's like I think it's unfortunate. It was another Corvette driver out there, but it's
Oh,
right. But like
Go figure.
wanted to do it, and was probably the guy holding up a Miata on a track day. But at the same time, was
I'm used to that,
interested
actually.
enough to want to be the guy that says I did it. But then on the other side of things, to say, okay, this isn't for me.
Yeah, I never
as
need to
long,
do that
which is
again.
fine. But like, just don't ruin someone else's day, which was my fear. I'm like, I want to teach you enough that you can be safely around everyone else. Right? But
and frankly, not enough people get taught that. Like,
No.
like even at a competitive level, not enough people realize like there are other people on the track, and like we've already posted the video, so I don't care to say it out loud. But I don't care if you're driving a Viper ACR, get the fuck out of my way.
The amount
Like,
of times
Thank
I've
you
heard
for
over the
bleeping it,
radio
though.
is
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
who taught this guy how to drive? Tell this to get out of my way. And I'm like, okay, Brad, just come off. You've been on
Leave
there
the-
for
leave-
17 minutes. The fucking tires
no,
are smoking.
this is
in
why
every
it's
turn.
great you guys have.
I'm
radio.
out there to prove a point. Like I'm in a Miata and you're in a Viper, and I am very much so quicker than you. Get out of my way.
Or the Camaro at Grand Bend.
Which
Uh,
SS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it was just one of those like, well, remember at Grand Bend I was on like borrowed time. Like that's when my we didn't know it at the moment, but the fuel pump failed. So I was on 0 oil pressure. So it's like every lap I do out here
Fuel-
needs
oil
to count.
pump.
Fuel pump.
What'd I say?
Fuel pump.
Oh, whoops.
He's thinking of the video.
That was an earlier time.
Yeah. No. So the oil pump had failed, and every moment on that track was like precious time for the life of this car to get through the weekend. And yeah, just came up on a couple cars, and they couldn't figure out how to pace themselves. And meanwhile, both of them were holding me up, and neither of them had the idea that I was there. And so I spent like 2 whole laps behind these guys, and he kept like putting his blinker on, but then moving over and not actually letting me pass. And it's one of those like
It's
either
so
either
painful.
point me to pass and let me by, or don't, but at least put a good lap down.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's just like, yes, okay, yes, it's a C8, and yes, it's a Camaro SS, and yes, I'm a Miata. It's like, we're not the same right now. Please, please let me go by you.
You should have just passed him. Just say fuck it.
Yeah.
Well,
The sketchy part was when it got to the point of like, all right, the blinker comes on. Great, you've acknowledged me.
But then he would punch it.
And then you would dive bomb it and punch it. It's like, all right, well, thanks. And then, I mean, like my car has 500, which in a Miata is a good amount of horsepower. But
Yeah.
like, I'm not beating a C8 in a straight line. Like,
yeah, it's funny that when you're just trying to make up that difference and the misjudgment of, okay, you're going to let me by, but like,
don't drag race me then. Like,
it's a little bit weird.
because
And
when
I've
I'm
been on
going
both
at
sides
your,
of it, right?
and like the problem too is like, I rely on momentum. Like as much as it's a high power Miata, it's still a momentum car, very much so. I'm not just a point and shoot car. So if I'm coming out of the corner on your ass at your corner speed, I don't have the corner speed to get the momentum to pass you. So you do have to let off and let me pass,
Yeah.
right? If I came out at my corner speed, you wouldn't have even seen me. Yeah. So, yeah, it gets a little frustrating, but a little bit of courtesy, say, coming from instructors, goes a long way down the road when people think they're, say, competent enough to compete.
Yep, for sure.
But
Well, what do you say? You've got the most instruction time.
No, you're right. Just like, it's just people aren't looking in the mirror. Either that or they have like an ego thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Viper guys are ego things.
just subjective. Yeah, everyone's got their vice, right? So they're like, yeah. Or in their mind, they're going, there's no way anybody can go faster than this around the corner. They're at their mental limit.
At their
they're like,
limit.
oh, there's no way anybody, but watch this. Straight away, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's probably what it is, right? So they don't realize that.
Yeah.
they
Well,
can
and you've
actually-
mentioned that, like, so he does GTA, like, rental exotic stuff too. And it's interesting hearing about people who, for them, it's not what we do. It's just an experience of, like, they've always loved an exotic car, and now it's a gift for them. And the amount of stories where, like, you know, you've told me you're encouraging them to make that next little bit of pedal, right? Like, we're talking on the way here with the trailer, obviously, right? Where all these hills and stuff. I'm like, just a little bit more of a flex of your toe so we can be a little faster up this hill. Why are we all of a sudden from like 110 down to 90?
Right.
Right? And
Like you are allowed to accelerate.
you're allowed
up
to
a
like
hill.
up a hill, just put a little bit more pressure on the gas pedal. But that same idea of that same person potentially is now rented a Gallardo or a 458 or I'm gonna get dating 488, whatever, and they're just like, I've touched 20% of this throttle, and it's like, and you've told me, you're like,
yeah, it's not so much the throttle, it's the brakes.
yeah,
Like, I'm okay. Most of the guys want to get their money's worth and they want to feel the power, so they'll step on the gas. But, like, I want to make sure they understand that they can actually slam on the brakes, you know, and get more than 0.6 Gs of what their Hyundai in the parking lot is used to. You know what I mean?
'Cause,
So they'll get on the brakes, they'll feel the 0.6, they're like, okay, I'm on the brakes. I'm like, get on the brakes. Step on the fucking brakes. I'm fucking screaming at them, right?
And that's, I think, a funny thing too, because like acceleration is an easy thing to cope with. Like
Yeah.
if you took the backrest out of a seat and told somebody to hang on, they're going to realize how powerful something is, right?
Yeah.
But when you're in a seat with a seatbelt on, holding onto a steering wheel, and you punch it, you just know that's fast and I can handle it, right?
Yeah.
What people have a hard time getting used to is how hard you can brake. Like, and even to the point where, like, let's say people who drive very defensively on the road and have never even had to feel like the ABS of a modern car on dry pavement. Like
I hate that so much.
if you've ever been cut off to the point where you have to pretty much 2-foot the brake to the point where a brand new car on good tires gets into ABS on dry pavement.
Yeah.
Like 90% of people don't know what that feels like, let alone doing that,
It-
13 times every time you go around in a
it
circle.
bothers me that people
100%.
don't know.
That's
Yeah.
why, like, every time I get in a car with a customer at one of these exotic rental places on the DDT, right as you come out of the pits before the bowl, before corner one, I get them to activate the ABS. I go slam on the brakes until you feel a vibration in the pedal.
Right.
And then, like, so they do it. They're like, oh, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, so when I say brake, I want to feel that.
Right.
They've only paid for 1 or 2 laps. I might as well make it worth their while. right?
Here's a question for
Yeah.
you: has anyone actually, when you've yelled brakes again, actually hit the ABS, or is it always still a little bit
Yes.
less? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
like
good.
some people will listen to everything I say because they want to be safe and they want to have the full experience.
Yeah.
And they have they have a great time. It's not a smooth ride, but like they come back and they've never felt anything like that in their entire life.
Which is what
I
that
have them-
business is very
yeah,
much so.
I had
what it's
them
supposed to
ripping
be, yeah.
around at 9,000 RPM in second gear with the sound, and I'm like, you can floor the gas, that's fine, just as long as you get on the brakes when I tell you to get on the brakes. That's all I care about. And yep, they're aggressive on the brakes, and then we go in slow and fast out. That's it. That's a safe way.
Yeah,
right,
for sure
it
it
is. And it's
Yeah.
thrilling.
For 2 laps. That's
Thrilling.
it. That's all you got to do is just do that for 2 laps, and we're golden.
It's funny. Brakes makes all the difference. Like
Yeah.
I've had like passenger laps in the vet, and they're like, we can't. Like a guy who was in another vet, and he's like, I can't believe the way you brake, and he's fast too. He's faster than me. He's got a C6Z, and he's like, I can't believe the way you're braking here, like the aggression, right? And I think that's such a main difference for anyone. They don't realize. I had a guy this past year, Ferrari
That's
488.
experience talking.
Sure.
Like anybody that's really been racing realizes that you can win races in the braking zone. That's
Yeah.
really what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, so this guy, Ferrari 488 with ceramics, and like he's getting quicker and quicker and quicker, and I'm trying to tell him like brake more, trying to teach him the braking zone threshold, right? And finally, I'm like, okay, swap back. So we swap back in, and I just hoof it all my weight, because you can't do anything with ceramic. You can throw your entire body weight at it. It doesn't care.
No.
And like, just the cluelessness. And he's like, I didn't know my car could do that. I'm like, you paid probably 30 grand option for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, and
you've
you're
never
gonna,
even
yeah, and
pretended to practice.
well, and you're gonna have to replace these at probably 50 grand. Get your money's worth. And like the best part was this guy was definitely wearing loafers that day. So I'm like, shove your loafers in, like just let's go, right? And like trying like more. It's the one with the tassels.
Yeah.
Well, even like when you took me for a ride in your Z06, which is 10x the Z06. Sorry, Z06 cigarette, which is 10x the car of my car, and you got on the brakes really good. It's like I can spin my car around in a parking lot and make it go fast in a straight line, but I'd never even braked in as hard as that car can slow down.
It's not even that fast in a straight line.
Okay, you know what? You right.
But even like little things like I took you to Shannonville.
Poor
Yeah.
Scully.
So first time ever on track. Like you've driven your car like a dickhead. Like you know
Very
how to
good
push
at
a
it.
car.
Yeah,
Like,
very good at it.
But you've done a lot of, sliding and like car control as in
Kick
swinging
the
the
ass end
thing.
out and can catch it. Yeah.
But you hadn't ever done any like
Controlled.
proper controlled like track time.
No, the most car control I've done is Northeast Bay Road in the middle of the night.
Right,
Like
which
that.
is still a fraction of what the
What
track
a
will do.
horrible idea.
I didn't say it was a good idea.
So I took you for a ride in my car, and well, it was actually funny because then I took you for some warm-up laps instead of PB after putting my new motor in.
Which even that was just wild to see what a car could do. Because you and I going up and down the road in your car is one thing, but to go around Shannonville in your car is a wildly different experience to anything I've ever felt before.
So I took you around in my car for like what did we run? What did we end up running when you were in it?
Does a 152 one?
No, it was like a 155 or
Yeah,
something.
155
But it was the
one,
first
that's what it
time I
was.
broke the 157 mark like ever. So like I beat my personal best by like a second and a half with him in the car
Yeah, he goes-
after breaking in my new motor. Like during my braking period, I
That was
guess.
breaking period.
Yeah, you go
Yeah.
across the start-finish line, you're just like, oh, that was a PB as you turn it in and take it off.
And then
again.
it's like, and hit the brakes and locked the fronts up and went off the end. And I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah, we
because
did that
I
show.
went on track with like 28 psi in, so I came off there at like 38. So it's like I did
All
not
of
mean
it.
to do a hot lap, and yet here we are. Anyway, then I go for a ride in your car, and I, get you warmed up, and I'm like, all right, push it, like.
Yeah.
And even then, that was probably the most that car's ever seen, and it was a
100%.
fraction of what I know that car can do.
100%.
But like, it's weird to have to get used to thinking like, all right, here's how hard I would brake to make sure my coffee doesn't spill. Okay, here's how hard I would brake if somebody like edges out at a intersection, and then okay, here's how hard you have to brake turning off the big straight of Shannonville.
Yeah.
Like,
How hard do you brake for your ice
You
cap?
need to do a driving school.
I do.
Yeah.
I
Get
do.
that thing fixed. Just come and see me.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
do one school. That's it.
I'd like to,
100%.
That's
100%.
it. At the DDT track. That's it. Somewhere
Yeah.
close to you guys.
100%.
because we'll get you like actually coach,
Yeah. 100. Yeah.
and then you
really
have
like
some
to do that.
confidence under your belt, and then
Just get a day at PEC. It's cheap.
Yeah. It might be cheaper if he doesn't break something.
there you go.
Break someone else's car.
Yeah. Perfect. Can I borrow the Porsche that day?
Yeah,
Yeah. Porsche.
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 But no, that experience at Shannonville was awesome, but way different than driving a car hard on the back roads
Right.
with the
100%.
boys. Yeah.
Like,
And people don't get that. Like a lot of friends, like relate to us by saying, "Yes, I also drive spiritedly on back roads." And it's like coming from the, back road world into the track world. It's like, no, that's really great for you, but it doesn't compare.
Is-
and
is-
I don't
like
want to.
driving
I don't.
to
Is that the friend that's going over the yellow line,
right. Yeah.
right, on the other side, and they like, I'm going to hit that apex. Like, you know what? Actually, on the road, staying in between the lines and carrying speed is harder to do.
Exactly.
Right?
Like because
Try going to the Dragon and cross a line.
Right. Yes. You will only do it once.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's the thing is like, what's more impressive than, going 20 over the speed limit on a back road is keeping your car exactly where you want it to go
Also doing
all,
20 over.
all the time. Like all the time doing 20 over or doing
like
right.
507.
Right,
gonna-
but
I'm
like
gonna
do the
guess.
507, staying exactly in the middle of the lane, because that's way more impressive than dipping over the yellow and then touching the gravel. It's like, okay, so you can't keep your car where you want it to go. That's not car control.
So I'm talking to my wife the other day, as you do once in the odd time, and I'm telling her, I'm telling her, I'm like, so I have this thing that I do, because she's like, why did you move the car over the way that you did? And there was a little like ice block in the middle of the road on the edge of a bend, and I'm like, I wonder if I can get the right rear tire, just to nick it, right, to crush it, right? You're off season. I'm
That's
like, this
something
is my apex right now.
Nobody
She's like,
understands that.
right? And I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to hit, or I see like something in the road. And I'm like, it's not going to damage the car. I'm going to nail it, but I want to make sure I know which tire I'm trying to hit it with. And that's like my new winter game. I'm like, I'm going to hit that piece of ice and crush it with that wheel, right?
There you go.
It's a whole thing. She's like, what are you doing?
100%.
Why are you doing this? I'm like, don't ask for an explanation.
Or even like, or again, touch of the tism type thing. On a road trip, on a road you barely travel, but I do a random lane change on the 401 and come back. And Erica goes like, why'd you do that? It's like, well, there's a pothole in that lane. And it's just one of those like, how do you know that? How do you know where it is? And how did you know like to not hit it? It's kind of like, don't you know that?
Autism.
That's
yeah.
me.
It's right. It's like, don't you know that?
That's you,
401
but you
on
give me
Sa-
you give me shit. You're like, your car's not low enough. You got enough rubber. You don't have to worry about missing that pothole. The amount of times that you razz me about that, you're like, your
It's
car's
about
not
the
low
height.
enough.
It's
Don't have to
about
go in the driveway at an
it's
angle.
about the rubber band tires with the 20-inch wheels.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Don't take that driveway at an angle. You're not that low. You're not that guy.
But it's like that. Like I don't know. My drive home, it's like, yes, it's the same road every time, and I know where the potholes are, and you know where the cracks are, and you might see me wander around the road a little, but it's like, because I'm perfectly avoiding, that pothole's kind of bad, and like,
That pothole.
You mean it's not
will
the tram
blow your
line from
tires.
3 degrees of camber?
exactly, yeah. So it's like, but it's like, that's the different thing. It's like, that's the mentality of car control. Put the car where you want it, when you want it, right? Rather than just like, I'm speeding and I didn't crash. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just like leaving here, they have redone all of Braille and everything.
Yeah.
I know where every manhole
Right.
is. And I'm driving like this, like this, like this, and
Right.
where I was drunk.
Well, it's not
Well,
even.
you are.
It's not even that. It's when you're watching. The other person's gonna nail it too.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's
You're
just
like,
like,
you're thinking jokes on you. There's a pothole coming up. You see whack, and then
Yeah.
you go around. It's like, yep.
Yeah, I know
okay.
where they are.
Who's there? I will admit I've been the asshole where I've literally waited so that the next person won't
And
see
then
it.
take it the last second. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like you see raccoon on the road or something. And you wait, and then
Yeah.
I live in a cul-de-sac, like in a court, and when it's snow covered, I enter the court, I scandy flick it,
yeah,
backwards entry into my garage every single time.
perfect.
I'm getting so good at it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that none of the neighbors have come out and said
Either
or mentioned it
at
or
least
anything.
good job versus
Yeah.
you're an
Nothing. I
idiot.
just like-
Need the
Oh
high.
my
Need the
God.
high five.
every single time. The wife she's like reading and she's like, just keeps reading. right in the garage.
That's awesome.
Should we
Yeah.
We should
stop it
think.
there? That's an hour and
That's an hour.
10 minutes for
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah. Any last thoughts?
Well, no, I should probably just say thank you. No, just generally excited. Thanks for having me here. Thanks for working on the car, and just excited. I'm excited to be out on track with you.
And thanks for
again.
doing
Yeah.
a great job.
I'm gonna
too.
put it on camera. We should probably switch cars at some point.
Oh.
Well, I don't like your seat.
And if you can fit it, like
You're too tall.
If you can fit
Is it- am
this
I
car,
really?
You can drive.
Okay, no, that's where like I'll bitch and complain about like cars that suck to get into.
Yeah.
Mine is the one that sucks to get into, and I'm not.
Have you ever
uncomfortable
gotten
it.
in and out of a Lotus Elise?
No,
Okay,
But-
you can do worse.
but like just yeah.
It's
Like-
sweet though, because like nobody fits in Brad's car, but Brad and frankly I do too. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're kind of built the same.
No,
Brad-
try
Brad,
not
I-
being able to get into your car and then have the owner of that car tell you also you can't touch the A pillar because it will crumble from weight.
Right.
That's a Lotus Elise.
Yeah.
No, Brad, I've driven Peaches and I know, like, yeah, it's like wide shoulders. I can barely get the pedals.
And then
the
it feels
seat, the seat's like this. Yeah,
It feels like I'm like this in
yeah,
the car.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like-
the same.
And the seat used to be further forward
Yeah.
angle wise.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. Because
Yeah.
it's like
they're fixed. They're bolted.
They
so
are
they
fixed.
don't
Yeah.
move.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours is bolted to.
I'm sure
floor.
like time and place, buckled in. It's one of those like you would settle in, but it's like for the 1 minute I have to get in it, back it out, and get back out. It's
I know,
like
it
this thing
sucks.
sucks.
Yeah.
I hate this thing. I never want to see 5
Oh, for sure. Yeah. yeah.
Yeah.
He
No,
said
but
5,000 times he wants a C5
You
version.
told me 5,000 times.
no, I know.
C5.
Like, and that's the thing is, okay, so I have a different project first,
Should we see
which
this on the next episode? We
well,
say
but I
that-
don't even know if you know. I picked up a really cheap 911, like a 996
Okay.
convertible, which
Okay.
is dorky and awesome,
Okay.
and I'm LS swapping it naturally.
Perfect.
So that's project number one. But someday I want a C5 vert daily driver.
Okay. Yeah.
Daily
But
driver.
working on
Yeah, okay.
working on your car and work on his car, it's like I never want a Corvette ever. I just want the motor from it in things that they belong in, like Miatas and Porsches, and name something else it belongs in better.
RX-7.
Yes, RX-7.
Tractor.
FT.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah.
Except for what they came out
Right,
from the
they-
factory.
The LS does hot take. The LS does not fit in the Corvette.
Yeah.
All right,
No,
on that one,
but
on that
yes.
note.
Yeah.
But yes, driver swap. We'll
We-
see if
we can
we'll
figure
make
it out?
We'll make it work. We'll at least both be at a disadvantage, being in, you know.
Maybe,
I'll be driving like
maybe-
this.
Yeah.
Maybe a Saturday night at Grand Bend we can talk to CSC.
Like on a test day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
On
of
a
course,
test
of
day.
course.
Yeah, or something where you guys maybe get
Or an
to-
open lapping day, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll sign up to the same track day or something.
Yeah, when we have more than 20 minutes at a time.
Correct. Yes.
I'd love to see you guys lap time each other.
Yes.
It would
That's,
actually be,
that's dangerous, right?
it would
That's
actually be
like,
so entertaining.
2 minutes 45 seconds at Shannonville.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of all the cars I have driven on track that it's like, yeah, like it is kind of funny to think how long I've been doing this. I've driven your car,
Yeah.
my car, my CX-5, and Zach's BMW on track.
That's it.
That's it.
I think that's it.
really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've driven lots of cars, and I've done, say, donuts in lots of cars, and I've drag raced type driving in lots of cars, but actual track driving, I think that's kind of it.
We'll get you a live axle something next summer.
Yeah.
488.
Yeah, I wish you still had the pink flamingo. That would have been a good cheap
would've
cheap
died.
car. Yeah.
First turn, you would have taken.
That actually would have been like Russian roulette style racing. It's
might as well
whose
just-
turn is it when the thing completely falls
Oh,
apart.
God, yeah. You don't
Yeah.
want to be that guy.
You're not that guy, pal.
You're not that guy.
You're not that guy.
Trust me. All right.
All right, goodbye.
Bye.
Who's all having one?
I'm in.
Not
Of
me.
course you're,
Maybe a
you're
little
Dutch.
sip. Like,
little sip.
don't waste much on me.
You're out.
Nope.
He doesn't drink.
I don't drink.
You're really selling
That's
these,
fine.
eh? Why
We
don't you
might
spray
we might
them here?
chirp you to your face and behind your back, but we don't actually care.
Who? What's wrong?
No, just about not drinking.
I get it all the time. I rarely do. I hear about it. How old are you again? 20. How old am I? I'm 26 next Saturday.
13.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're only 26.
It's your
I don't
generation
know.
doesn't drink, but you guys will crush a monster like
Oh, I don't know.
8 hours.
There's just a little
I know
supple for you.
some people
You want
that
a
are
shot?
his age that drink way too much.
No, I would be hard on the Red Bulls, but I can't because I get
Hard
I
on
get
the
too
pass.
shaky.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you drink coffees? How
Yeah.
many
I
coffees a
went
day
from
would you
I
drink?
went from energy drinks to coffees.
Thank you, sir.
I'm only on one today. I'm doing all right.
Tonks will finish the rest or what?
Joke's on you. I think I had 2 drinks yesterday. No. Did I have any? I didn't have any drinks yesterday.
Okay,
We
so
lost because they're nerds. What do we got here? Is
So-
that Frankie Zappa?
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, yeah. What is it?
Drew Thompson would like
Zacapa?
that.
Yeah.
Ron Zacapa?
Ziggurats.
Yeah.
Ziggurats.
Ron Ziggurats.
Ronnie.
Interesting.
All right, cheers to peaches.
Old enough to drink itself. Cheers,
Yeah.
gentlemen.
Yes.
Cheers,
Cheers.
to peaches.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, God. Jesus.
Right down the half,
Woo!
eh?
Yep.
Yeah, that's good shit.
It's good.
Tastes like turpentine.
Yeah.
I'll stick
Yeah.
to the
Okay.
energy drinks.
Yeah.
What did you
So,
just say?
for the viewers at home, it's good.
It's Frankie Zappa.
There's our review.
There you go. It's
All
good.
right.
It'll do.
It'll do, donkey.
It'll do.
It'll do.
Bye.